What is going on, everybody? It is December 30th, day after my 31st birthday. Officially turned 31 yesterday. And I just wanted to touch on base with y'all about something that I feel like needs to be said when it comes to my weight loss journey. Now, I've always been a big guy. Even when I was a kid, I was a big kid. I was relatively small until about fourth grade. Then I just started getting big. Don't really know why, but it just happened. And, it is what it is. I was the cool fat kid. Whatever. But, I didn't really start to lose control of my weight until I stopped playing sports in high school. When I stopped playing sports, of course, then I dropped out, and that led to a whole other can of worms. We'll get into that another time. This is about weight. Now, I've always, especially towards the end of high school, stayed between about 325 and 410 in that weight range because of football. I was very active, and it wasn't just fat how it is now where it's just fat. I was an athlete, so there was some muscle behind that fat. I stayed about 325 to 410 in that range. And then once I stopped being athletic, my weight went from 325 to 410 to about 375, and I'd stay at about 420. I'd stay in that range. Maintain that weight for a while. Then, for some reason, once I got past about 440, there was no in-between anymore. And this happened probably about 6 years ago. It was slow. And when I moved back here to New Mexico from Texas, I was weighing 580 pounds. Now, I lost 100 pounds about 2-3 years into being back here in New Mexico. I got on this weight loss program. I lost more than 100 pounds. I lost almost 200. I got down to about 420. And I stopped again, and now here I am, and the last time I got an official weight on myself, 650 pounds. I'm probably a lot higher than that. I'm probably 700 pounds at this point, y'all. And honestly, when I was younger, there was always a reason for me to grab something to eat. I was mad, I went and got something to eat. I was sad, I went and got something to eat. I was happy, I got something to eat. I was feeling meh, I went and got something to eat. And that was an excuse I gave myself. I just can't control myself, which is not the case at all. I'm choosing not to. I didn't want to take accountability for what I'm doing to myself. And essentially what I'm doing to myself, for lack of better words, is I'm slowly killing myself. It's gotten to the point the past few years, the people that have closest to me have literally seen me bedridden for months on end because I can't walk, I can't function, I can't do anything. And one of the biggest underlying issues from that is it's from the weight. I got this problem because of the weight, and they exacerbated this problem because of the weight, and it just all compounded into me spending half of 2017, pretty much all of 2018, and part of 2019 pretty much stuck in a bed. And even in those moments, I still couldn't take accountability for my own actions or what I was doing to myself. Self-accountability is something that's relatively new to me because I already thought I was a man. I've thought I was a man since I was 15 years old. And one of the main lessons of being a man is being able to be accountable for your own actions. There was always somebody or something to blame for what I did. Not proud of any of that. Now, the past few years, I've done better with that. So I'm more accountable on what I do. But the medical issues and everything that's come with it, I make my mom and my grandmother mad because I'm constantly saying, you don't got to worry about it, I'm going to be dead soon. Which, if I don't change, I will. I'm not going to lie. I just feel that at this junction in my life, if I really don't change, my weight is going to kill me. I'm going to die in the next, maybe not immediately, but the next couple years. If I continue on this path I'm on, I believe I will be dead. And I will have caused my own death. Because being comfortable and doing what I want to do instead of what I need to do, and just eating and drinking and being a madman with it, and not caring about myself enough to change, that is going to kill me. I hate the way I look now. Like I said, I've always been a big dude, and I've always been confident. And being big's never stopped, anything with the ladies or anything like that. The ladies love me, but that's beside the point. We're getting off the topic. But the past 3 years, I've never looked at myself as a bad looking person. But the past few years, I don't even like looking at myself in the mirror because I'm disgusted with me. I mean, I look tired. I look ragged. I look worn out. I look like I'm going to fall out any second. I can barely breathe half the time. I just don't. I've gotten to the point where I don't want this anymore. It's not enough for family and friends to try and help you in trying to change. You have to want to do it. And I've really felt it the past few years. And like I said, when I look at myself now, I don't like what I see. I don't like anything about myself anymore. The only thing I've got left is my personality. And that really sucks. Because even though I was big, I was always like, I still look good. I might be heavy, but I'm not one of those weirdos that's living that 600-pound lifestyle. Now, I'm living that lifestyle. And it's not a good lifestyle to live, y'all. At all. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to walk. It's hard to get in and out of cars. Everything is hard. I mean, I breathe heavy taking a shower. It's hard. I can barely play with my dog. She's, a year-old puppy, so she's got tons of energy. I go outside and play around with her and throw her toy a few times, and I'm winded and I have to sit down, and she's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I can't go on vacations with my family because I can't do anything except sit around wherever we're at. And everybody wants to go sightseeing and they want to do this and and I can't do any of it. And it sucks because I know they feel bad when they have to leave me out. And I feel bad because I know sometimes they cancel what they're going to do and they just stay at the room or stay at whoever's house we're at or wherever we're at and just hang out with me. So, in turn, everybody feels terrible. If I do get on a plane, odds are I have to buy 3 seats. So I don't, even if I wanted to travel, even though flights are really cheap right now due to, what's going on in the world, I'd still have to buy 3 seats if the plane is even big enough to have a 3-row seat. However many seats they have in a row, I have to buy all those seats just to have somewhere to sit now. It's rough. And I know that in the past 3 years, me being this big and me feeling this disgusted with myself has really held me back. Like a lot. It's really changed. It's changed how I feel about myself and how I view myself. And I feel like I let everybody down. Because I know what I have to do to change it. I know what I have to do to save myself. But I'm not really, a wire's missing somewhere. It's like you're gonna die. And another part of me is like, but are you really? So that's where I am right now in my train of thought, and I'm working on that. And it hasn't been easy. But I felt like I should share that information with y'all. And, I'm not looking for sympathy or pity or any of that. I'm just letting y'all know my perspective on where I'm coming from with this situation. So, hopefully someone sees this and it might help them if they're struggling. If you are a little overweight or you're overweight and it's still able for you to just reel it back in, reel it back in. I wouldn't wish this lifestyle on my worst enemy. Like, at all. I would not wish this on a person I hate with all my being. These medical issues and the struggles and the everyday suffering, I would not wish it on anybody. So, I'm putting this out there. There could be people who feel exactly how I feel. There could be people who have no idea where I'm coming from, but they might know someone who might. So, I just put it out there.